never thought I'd be a trial lawyer, but I did it once and I lost, and it was the greatest experience of my life. Not losing, being in that courtroom. And from that point forward, I knew that's what I had to do. And I knew there were people out there that needed a voice. They needed people to represent them strong. And I am black and white when it comes to a lot of things. And I've been challenged in my life a lot of times by a lot of people and where I stood. And I always said I stood for the people. I didn't stand for any particular politician. I stood for the people that I worked for. People in Onondaga County and then the people in the state of New York. And when I came into this office, I was a young guy. Actually, my hair was kind of dark. And guys that were in the office when I first started are here today, and I thank them very much for their guidance, their trust, because I was the guy who walked in, I didn't know anything. And I tell you, I'm serious when I say this. When I got hired for this job, I didn't know the difference between Medicaid and Medicare. I really didn't. And then I'd come in and I'd have these meetings with Lynn Foster, and Ron Sankowitz, and Norm Hatt, and they'd start throwing all of these three-letter words out. And finally I say, hey guys, time out. I don't understand. What do you mean? Explain it to me, you know? And every day that I went to work, I learned something. Now I'm the oldest guy. I'm the oldest guy in the office. And my audit staff, most of them, I think all of them, haven't been alive as long as I've been an attorney. And the only one I didn't hire in this office now is Karen. And if I had the opportunity, I would have. Because she's been the greatest office manager that I ever could have had. And Tess, for the 23 years when we stole her from the office next door. I mean, she's calmed me down when I needed to be calmed down. No, you can't say that. Okay, Tess, how should I say it so I don't get myself in trouble? And she's done that for me. She's been my moderator, you know, and I've always told you guys that I'm only as good as you are. And you have made me so proud, so very proud. You are the best team that anybody could have ever asked for. And it's because of your work that I'm here getting this recognition today. It's because of you guys. Keep it going. Keep it the family that I've always said it should be. My sister's wearing my mother's jewelry, so my mother can be here today. This was my father's tie. I've got my son's cufflinks on that he bought for me. Okay? I'm a family guy, and I've always told my team to be a family and to understand that, and they have. And Scotty Patucci came into my office and he made me cry, okay? Because he said that I was the best boss he ever had. For the 10 years that he's been here, he's never had a boss like me. And Brandon gave me the most beautiful cutting board that you could ever imagine. He made me cry even worse, okay? I've got all stars on this team. They are all stars. Every one of them. Even Megan, who left me to go to become a trooper. A trooper. Thanks, Chris. And they all have dreams, and I told them to follow their dreams. Never be limited by the moment or the time. Go for it. And they have. Johnny Collins. Johnny Collins started as an auditor, and he kicked ass as an auditor, but he wanted to become an investigator. And he kicks ass now as an investigator. He impressed everybody in Medicaid fraud when he testified. We did a mock trial, and Johnny was the witness, and he just absolutely floored everybody back then. Those are the kind of people that work with me, not for me, with me. Those are the people that made me good. And those are the people that I'm proud of. Thank you.